Hafa Day, and welcome to Man, Land, and Sea. This show is designed to bring you news of Guam and her island environment. And now, the administrator of the Guam Coastal Management Program and your host, Michael Ham.
Hafa Day, welcome to another episode of Man, Land, and Sea. I'm Dave Duenas, sitting in for our regular host, Michael Ham, who's on vacation right now. And we have a very special show today. We have some off-island visitors, namely the crew from the Makali'i, who have sailed a very far journey, starting from, I believe, the Big Island. And with me today, we have Chad, who is the captain of the canoe. And, of course, the number one man of the whole show is Master Mau, and I'm going to mess that name up. Piailug. Master Mau Piailug. He is a master navigator, and with to the right of Master Mau is Shorty, one of his first students that he taught the trade from. Master Mau, can you tell me what? First of all, you started off in the Big Island. Is that correct?
I think better the captain said something then after me.
Okay. Okay, Captain. You started off in the Big Island.
Yeah.
Where did you go right after that?
We left Hawaii about the beginning of February, about February 10th. And our first landfall was in the Marshall Islands.
The Marshall Islands?
Yeah, Majuro.
Majuro. And how long did that journey take you?
It was about 21 days
21
from Hawaii to Majuro.
How long have you been studying under the leadership of Master Mau?
Now I've been with him about learning, still learning, about 10 years.
10 years. Yeah, I understand you have a, when you started off on the Big Island, how big was the crew?
The first crew that left Hawaii, we were 17 on board the canoe.
17?
Yeah.
And in arriving in Guam, you still had the 17?
Yes, still all the crew members.
I understand it was a very long journey. One of your students on the canoe informed me that it took 20 days to get from the Big Island to Majuro.
Yeah.
That is a long time to be out at sea. I can only imagine how it is to be out there, being a land-loving type of guy that I am. Master Mel,
Yes?
what brought you to the island of Hawaii and to begin your teaching there?
Oh, me, I don't know that because me I like go somewhere, go teach the people somewhere because before the people before they never share the culture to everybody. They don't like that. They want to say only for the family or the brother, no good. But my time is open.
So you really enjoy teaching other people your trade. Shorty, you're one of the first students of Master Mau. How long have you been under his teaching?
I first met Mau in 1975. We were preparing the Hokulea to leave Hawaii to Tahiti on his first maiden voyage. And there, I just walked up to the pier one day, and here was Mau carving a piece of acid. And I met him there, and there I fell in love with what he's doing, and I admire him as a person. And ever since, he's been like a mentor to me ever since 1975.
So have you gotten to the level now where you can take the canoe like the Makali'i and sail
I try
around?
my best. Like I'm a student navigator, and all we can do is use Mau's teachings and use everything he's taught us to see, and we have to go out there and try our best, and that's what I've been doing.
You're probably noticing that our guests are laden with a lot of leis and flowers and such. We are currently at the Sagandinanya here in Agana, the capital of Guam, and we just finished having a really nice ceremony in honor of our visiting guests. And it was really nice to see you guys come in the island. I went out this morning getting some shots of you guys under sail. It's just amazing the skill that you need to know in order to sail across big, wide ocean. It's just awesome. I heard you during the ceremony mention that Master Mau is so open. All you have to do is come up to him and ask him, and he'll basically come out and tell you what you need to know, and just basically ask the right questions, and he'll teach you. The Lieutenant Governor of Guam, of course, invited you to come and teach our people, because as like the Hawaiians, we are slowly losing our culture, and we're trying to preserve it. And with people such as yourself, Master Mau, we can continue to preserve our culture, and like our ancestors were. And you know, we have our ancient tomorrows. We did some canoeing as well. I believe it was called the flying proa that we used to sell around here. And there is a few replicas around, but you know, I don't think we need to get more involved in letting the younger generation know, first of all, how to build them, and then how to sell by the natural means, or by following the stars and such.
Yeah.
Shorty, anything you want to say about your visit to the island so far?
All I want to say is since we got here, it's been a very special time for us. Glad to be here. You got a beautiful island, Guam. It's a beautiful island. It's high. We was able to see it in a rainfall. It's a high mountains up to Makali'i. Since we've been here, it's been nothing but the same kind of hospitality we offer at home. The love and spirit. I'd like to thank everybody in Guam for being that way, and for welcoming us in high fashion.
During the arrival at the Aganya boat base, there was quite a big crowd there to welcome you, and doing some of them doing our traditional chants and song and dance. And in return, you guys would, I guess, is that the custom? You guys did the chant after we finished doing the chant. You guys would do the chant on the boat as well. It was really sharp to see that. I've never saw it before in my life, and it was just really nice to see. Being in the crowd that I was, there was a lot of local people that were just so inspired by Master Mau just being here. This one guy next to me just kept saying, "I gotta shake his hand. I gotta get the spirit." You know, the guy has the spirit. I mean, he was so amazed. He was just kept ranting and raving. I gotta shake his hand, and he took off. I don't know if he was able to shake your hand, but he was really inspired by your teachings and what you're trying to do with the islanders here. Chad, when you depart Guam, and I believe you're departing Monday, where are you going from there?
From Guam, then we go on to Rhoda, and I think we're looking at spending a night there.
Yes.
In Rhoda, and then from Rhoda on to Saipan.
Saipan. How are you going to stay a day in Rhoda?
Yes.
And Saipan?
Saipan is where our journey comes to an end.
Comes to an end.
For us.
And you're going to be flying back.
Yes.
Would that be of comfort to you?
Yeah, and because we wish we could continue sailing as much as we can, but obviously that's not possible. We all live in this modern day and age where people have to go back to work and get back to things on land.
I had the opportunity to interview a couple of your students, the younger students that were in the journey along with all of you guys here, and we're going to take a look at what they had to say.
In 1991, we organized ourselves, and we call ourselves Nakalewa'a. Nakalewa'a are the canoe makers. In 1995, we knew about a journey that was going to happen from Hawaii to Tahiti, and we wanted to build a canoe. And we have crew members who had sailed with Hawaii's first canoe, Hokule'a. They took their experiences and knowledge they gained from Hokule'a and decided to build a canoe for our island with the main focus of education to our people in our community as well as our children of Hawaii. We began the project of building Makali'i in June of 1994, and she was completed in 8 months in February of 1995. And she began her journey her maiden journey to Tahiti in March of 1995. We are a nonprofit organization. We did not get any kind of federal grants or anything to help us with the funding of our canoe. We went into our community to ask people for help. at the top of our organization, we have our elders before all of our officers in the program. And our concept of Makali'i, or our organization, is family, ohana, and we teach the values of ohana, and a lot of these apply to the sailing when the people sail on the canoe as they do long distance travels. We have people that are from high school that have been in a program for 2 weeks and who are now out of high school but are continuing to come to the canoe, and they have traveled on the canoe now in long ocean voyaging. We have people that are in the university. We have people that are grandmothers, grandfathers, retired people, construction workers, people from all walks of life. To come to be a crew member on Makali'i, you need to just be committed. You need to have the desire and a dedication.
Hi, my name is Sario Seuralu from the island of Sarawak. I navigated the lake from Panape to Chuk, and was kind of hard to guide the canoe by using the stars, ocean swells during daytime. And it's really good. We made it to Chuk in 3 days, and been learning from Sori and my dad how to navigate the lake down to Chuk. And I've been on board Makali'i since the beginning of the trip, February 10, all the way down here. And I'm going to be still on the canoe all the way up to Saipan. And it's been a great voyage to me, having a lot of experience reading the ocean swells, reading a lot of stars, make a lot of marks that I never used it before. And I really thank this group of Makali'i group that they made it possible for me to go on the trip. And thanks to everybody.
Okay, welcome back. I'm with Chad, the captain of the Makali'i, master navigator Mau, and the navigator of this particular journey, Shorty. We had the opportunity to listen to a couple of the students and get their perspective on what they have experienced so far. Chad, I'd like to ask you, Chad, between departing the Big Island and arriving in Guam, what parts of the journey were more difficult than others, or what kind of experience did you experience out there?
First on the journey, I mean, the whole journey's been really difficult for us. The first part, it's the first time in history that a Hawaiian voyaging canoe has come into these waters.
Guam?
Yes,
Wow.
or even into the Marshalls, Micronesia.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so it's been historic in that sense that at least Hawaiian canoe has come into this part, so it has been documented to come into this area. So it's been different. The beginning of the voyage, it was long in miles, and we noticed the change in weather for a lot of us. And traveling through the islands here, we always ask Mau, is this how it is? Because of all the rain and all those falls. And we don't get so much of that at home in Hawaii. But we've learned from Mau that that's how the weather is here. And it's just been amazing for us to notice the temperature change in the water and everything like that.
I understand this particular journey was sort of like a tribute to Master Mouse, to take him around and show him parts of the places that he's from.
Well, for him to show us his home, and for us to really, this was our opportunity to say to everyone in Micronesia and let everyone know from the Marshall Islands how much he's meant to us in Hawaii, and how much he's helped to preserve our culture, to help us really learn what we have in our culture that will help us in our future. Because knowing more about our culture will help us be strong for our people.
Is there a certain time frame when Master Mau, when they reach a level where you say you are now a master navigator?
Yeah, 1973. First time I came to go to Hawaii. Then the scientists in Hawaii, they plan about the Hokulea. They want to build one canoe in Hawaii. They want to try the Hawaiian people. They know that about the culture, like they sail with the stars, with the swirls, like the sun. No use compass. That's why they plan about it. And then Mike Muko take me to the meeting. Then that's why they know me. And then when I go to Hawaii in 1975, and then they build the canoe, finish. Then after that, they make the canoe, make tide before the heating. That's why he started doing farming.
What was the name of that canoe that went to Tahiti?
Hokulea. Hokulea.
Hokulea. I understand there's 3 different boats there.
Yeah.
Hokulea,
Ailoa,
and the Maaloa,
Wailoa,
Waialoa,
and Makali'i.
and Makali'i being the newest one.
Yeah.
When was that?
Makali'i, she finished 1995.
1995. And it's had 2 major
Yeah.
journeys since it's been built. It's fantastic.
That's the time plenty young guys, they learn from him. Then when I come to Hawaii, then they come to see me. Yeah. And then now, I'm a little bit, when I say I finished, teach the financial people, but not finished. I like everything.
Well, as
from me.
the lieutenant
And
governor
then now
says,
I
come
like
over
wake,
here.
yeah, now I like wake up my credential people.
I think you might just do that. You might instill the inspiration
No,
for us to.
you know the trip from Hawaii to my credential? They plan to take me from Hawaii to my credential. Then I said, yeah, you guys take me from Hawaii to my credential, but put for learn. For
Or for that matter,
Yeah.
we can ask Shorty to come and move to Guam for a few years. And he can,
There you got it.
if you're too busy, tell Shorty to come over and teach us how to sail without any compasses and stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, Mau is we have to look at him because he's above all a very special person. Even in his own circles of navigators and living tradition, for us it's very refreshing to come to his islands to see that the traditions are alive and they live it and they still do things of old and the system's still working, the disciplines that they have through the chiefs and through all their clans. And it's very refreshing to us because we know in Hawaii that's how it was a long time before, but not anymore. But above all of that, there is a special thing about Mau. He's above that circle. I mean, he's one of the special spirits above all in all the accomplishes of human beings. He's the one that's standing above that needs to be recognized. When we went to his islands, we went to Pulap, where he was born and raised, where there's still navigators still today. Awesome. I mean, I wish you were there to see what we saw and what we experienced. But like for him, living in those circles, they gave him a new name with new ranking, and like way far and beyond them. He is not a rank of any high chief or anything. He has family clans that have a rank, but he's considered much higher than most anybody anywhere he goes, just because of his human efforts, because of his accomplishments. And we say that to people all over the world, where they rise above everybody else, and they're the leaders, and they're the ones that cause and are successful in movements and everything. So for us, we recognize his abilities a long time ago. And for me, as a student, I keep on saying I'm a student because the learning never stops. And for me, it's been nothing but a blessing. I think I'm very fortunate as a person. I think I'm very fortunate as a Polynesian, and I feel blessed to be part of this voyage and to be here visiting you. And everywhere we've gone, both on the Hokulea, all through Polynesia, down to New Zealand, And on this voyage to Micronesia, it's pretty much the same thing. When we arrive in an island, it's kind of a surprise. We're the first one we've seen in hundreds of years. And same thing was happening here. We somehow seem to excite the tradition, and people start to feel proud of who they are, and they want to start, they want to learn, they want to try. And we look back, everybody started their own canoes. So Mau is not only a master in Hawaii, he's a master everywhere. He's admired all over the world for his swimming efforts. We're on their website now, and it is so widespread. One of our really neat admirers is people at NASA that fly into space. Because when they go to space, they prepare the same way. They have the same logic. They have the same goals, and with quality goals and with honest intentions, good things happen. And so, personally, for myself, I'm a student, but what an incredible blessing I had to be able to meet somebody like him, and to be able to help with this project, to bring him home, to bring him to his islands, to meet you. And you are impressed, and we are impressed and more, because we can see that what we're doing is really opening it up, this whole thing, like what he wants to do to help everybody. And so as far as admiration goes, it's unlimited. I can't explain it. Our focus is usually pretty much on the younger generation, because the younger generation is the ones we need to focus on, because they're the ones that need to identify first with themselves who they are, what they want to be, where they want to go, and everything. So hopefully through this voyage, one of our goals is to first bring Mau home. One of our other goals is to be able to give a message to the young people, and maybe give them another angle to look at when they look at planning their lives in the future. That when they leave their islands and they go away to learn and leave their homes, maybe they can remember some of the important things traditionally too. And so when they leave and they're going to new and better things in life, that's terrific. But with them, they can take the honor, the pride of their traditions, and being proud of who they are.
Chad, this type of voyage, it must have been a lot of planning involved for one, and I would imagine you need some major funds in order to get this kind of a journey underway.
Definitely.
Who came up with the money for you?
Well, we've got several sponsors. Dr. and Mrs. Earl Bachton from Waimea, back on the Big Island. There's Matson Navigation Company that helped us. There's also Outrigger Hotels that has helped us tremendously with a lot of our things here. A whole bunch of different people from all the different islands, from our communities back home, gathering food, and putting things together, all the way through the islands from Majuro, Kosrae, Pohnpei, Chuuk, Pulak, Puluat, Satwal, West Vai, here in Guam, and also in Rota and Saipan. So many other communities that have come together to help support this voyage and made it the success that it is.
It's really been really inspirational for us here in Guam to have you come. And as you mentioned earlier, it's the first time in history that we had a canoe such as this take a journey to Guam, and for that matter, the Micronesian area. Master Mau, it's been a pleasure. I think your inspiration to the people of Guam, and particularly the youth, to inspire them to learn more about their traditions, and in your case, to learn more about the ocean and sailing and navigating. It's very inspirational, and I was first-hand witness to that by just being in the crowd and having the people behind me hooting and yelling and saying, "Wow, I gotta meet that man! I gotta meet that man!"
That's good.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I hope you can come back, like the Lieutenant Governor says. And if you can't, we'll just pick on Shorty. We'll tell Shorty to come back. Yeah, then Shorty will get you to come over, and then we'll have the whole group here. So, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us, and hope you enjoyed the show with Master Mau, Chad, the captain of the Makali'i, and of course Shorty, one of his first students ever. And it's really great to be out there and witness you guys coming in to our island. I wish you the best on your trip to Saipan and your journey flying over to Hawaii. I hope it's first class. Okay, for Man, Land, and Sea, I'm Dave Duenas, and we'll see you next month.
This program is funded in part through a grant through the Guam Coastal Management Program, Bureau of Planning, Government of Guam, provided by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Office of Ocean and Coastal Resource Management, as authorized by the Coastal Zone Management Act of 1972. Don't forget to pick up your copy of the newsletter Man, Land, and Sea at your favorite supermarket, dive shops, or bookstore.